I made a video recently about 10 ways macOS is better than Windows, but since Windows also offers some cool features that you cannot find on macOS, today we will see 11 things Windows does better than macOS. Microsoft has been improving Windows 11 with every update. First, it brings an updated user interface that is visually different than old Windows versions and now has a more uniform look and feel. Online surveys indicate people have been loving the system-wide round edges and emphasis on the glass-like elements. Apple also recently updated its Mac operating system to macOS Ventura. It does not bring many UI changes while largely retaining those introduced in macOS Monterey, but it's still one of the most popular operating systems. Both OSs have their own fans that are usually ready with a list of points to argue in favor of as to why either operating system is better than the other. And that's a good thing. It encourages competition, which in turn encourages innovation, and innovation itself trickles down to an overall better user experience. Since Windows 11 now has a more refined interface, it's important that we take a look at it and discuss the reasons it's better than macOS. macOS has always lacked in its multitasking prowess. It has always been inefficient and sadly continues to do so. You can only open two apps side by side in a multitasking window. Sure, third-party apps can make working with more than two windows at the same time possible, but the fact that it's not integrated into what everyone is supposed to consider a modern OS makes it even worse, as compared to what Microsoft is offering. Windows 11, on the other hand, improves what was considered to be an already proficient multitasking system. It now features layout for multitasking called Snap Layouts that you can fit your windows into. There are 6 layouts to choose from, letting you set a maximum of 4 windows at a time in different arrangement. Accessing these layouts is also simple. Just hover over the maximum or the minimize button on any window and choose a slot for the window to fit into. Windows 11 will automatically create that window layout for you while also allowing you to add additional windows to the remaining slots. In addition to having easy access to the awesome Xbox Game Pass, Windows 11 is offering a few key gaming upgrades that will take the best title to the next level. There is DirectX 12 support, which brings better high frame rate gaming, while Auto HDR will deliver better visuals in a wide range of games. The other cool gaming-centric feature in Windows 11 is the Xbox integration. For example, the Xbox Game Bar. That's the customizable gaming overlay built into Windows 11. Xbox Game Bar works with most PC games, giving you instant access to widgets for screen capture and sharing, finding new teammates with LFG, monitoring and closing resource-heavy applications, and chatting with Xbox friends across Xbox console, mobile, and PC, all without leaving your game. And if you have a PC that supports direct storage, you should enjoy much faster game load times. macOS is still miles behind on gaming, with so many few titles than Windows. Okay, we get it. Apple doesn't want to make a touchscreen Mac. You know what? I wouldn't want to try and tap the icons and touch targets of macOS Monterey either. They're super small and they're made for a cursor. That's why I want to salute Microsoft when they showed that the Windows 11 interface changes over so slightly when you go to a tablet mode. For example, the space between the icons in the taskbar expands, so it's easier to touch the one you want. They also highlighted that this tablet mode adds visual cues and increases the size of the touch targets, buttons and corners of the screen, etc. The stuff that you're trying to touch, so that everything feels natural. I'm sure there are geniuses at Apple that could find a way to keep touch-friendly mode of macOS looking and feeling like iOS, but still retaining the macOS functionality that we love. Would that eliminate the need for the iPad? I doubt it. Most people want a device dedicated to touch still, while others want the flexibility of both. Another aspect of Windows 11 that looks like it's been inspired by macOS, but improved, is widgets. Widgets are not new to Windows, but the way that Microsoft has updated the interface so that the new widgets tray now pops up on the left of your screen is certainly reminiscent of the way that widgets and notifications appear on the right side of the Mac. Widgets are designed to provide users with important information at a glance. The disappointment from Mac users is simply the fact that there aren't many widgets available beyond the calendar, clock, news, and stocks. Compared to the widgets available on iOS, this is quite embarrassing. Maybe if there were more useful widgets, we'd actually look at them more often. But right now, it's an unappreciated feature of macOS, and Windows does a better job. Microsoft will probably have more widgets on offer, although like Apple, it will be reliant on third parties to create them. Granted, Teams isn't a strong suit for casual communication and is built largely by keeping business communication in mind. There's only one aspect that impresses me about Microsoft's decision to integrate Teams right into Windows 11. Its placement. I can't help but admire how it's placed onto the taskbar at the most convenient location. It expands into a little window comprising of chats and easy options to initiate video calls. Although macOS has its own set of communication tools, albeit much better and popular than Teams in personal communication, they're presented just like any other app on the platform. Currently, you need to manually visit the Messages app to check on your messages and initiate new conversation. The same goes for FaceTime. But if Apple decides to put it all in one drop window that suspends from the menu bar icon that users can choose to disable as well, it would make it much easier to message or call someone. In this case, Microsoft has the better idea. As much time I have spent testing out Windows 11, I've come to realize that a helpful but widely underrated feature is the recommended apps section in the start menu. It hosts recent files and files that Windows thinks you might want to use. This enables you to hop onto your workflow easily without having to scramble through the file explorer searching for a file amid a sea of other documents. That said, macOS also offers a roster of recently used files that you can jump back to. Click on the Apple logo in the menu bar and choose recent item. But that's it. Those are only the files you used recently and are in no way personalized based on your usage. Perhaps Apple could employ its on-device machine learning smarts to recommend files and folders based on personalized data. I find the macOS launchpad one of the most inconsistent part of the entire operating system. You want to see a list of installed apps and boom, the launchpad fills the entire screen with its massively oversized icon. It might make sense if Macs supported touchscreens, but let's not go there. The redesigned Windows 11 start menu is like a launchpad light. It has a similar scrollable grid of icons to choose from, but it doesn't dominate the whole screen. It achieves much the same thing without a jarring switch to an iPad-like existence. If Apple wants to steal this idea, I would not be the least bit upset. Windows 11 introduced a new context menu, the one that appears when you right-click anywhere, especially on the desktop, with rounded corners as a part of its visual overhaul. It now features icons beside actions, making them easier to comprehend at the first glance. This in turn makes navigating a tad bit faster and slightly less confusing. macOS, on the other hand, has a context menu that simply features text. It's not a big deal, but adding icons besides individual items could make them easier to interact with. This is owing to the simple fact that icons are easily identifiable as compared to text. Whether you're working from home and you move from room to room, or you're in an office setting, many of us are constantly docking and undocking. But it can take a bit to spring back into action. Windows 11 has a new docking experience that I wish macOS had. It includes a feature called Snap Groups and Snap Layout. It's a collection of the apps you're using at once that sits in the taskbar and can come up or be minimized at the same time for easier task switching. They also let you plug and unplug from a monitor easily, without losing where your open windows are located. If you unplug a laptop from a dock to move rooms, the windows that were on your monitor will minimize in Windows 11. When you come back and then reconnect to a dock, all of your windows will reappear the way they were before. Windows 11 now lets you download Android apps to your PC. If you have an Android device, this is a big deal since you can use the same apps you're familiar with right on the desktop. There's also the Phone Link app that syncs all your messages, calls, and media to your PC, including real-time notifications, so you don't need to check your phone every now and then. Add on that the fact that Windows support touchscreens, which enables you to interact with the Android apps natively. Apple, on the other hand, struggled with its iOS apps integration since they were not designed for mouse and keyboard. Android apps are available for Windows 11 through the Microsoft Store or via the Amazon App Store. It is possible to sideload any Android app you'd like, leaving the door wide open for more ways to experience Android apps on your PC. This is something that used to be possible on M1 Mac. You could have used a third-party program to sideload any iOS app, but Apple quickly shut it down. In general, both Windows and macOS allow users to customize their desktop backgrounds, themes, and colors, as well as the layout and appearance of their menus, icons, and other user interfaces. But one area where Windows may have more customization option is in the ability to install and use third-party themes, skins, and other modifications. You can even change the boot up logo or sound and the login screen. You can make it look entirely different from what we expect Windows to look like. macOS is generally more restricted in this respect, and users may have fewer options for modifying the appearance and behavior of the operating system. Right now, the system is pretty much limited to dark mode or light mode, a system color, and a wallpaper. One more interesting thing is that you can make Windows 11 look like macOS, but you cannot do it the other way around. In conclusion, Windows offer a number of advantages over macOS, including a robust gaming experience, better multitasking, and more user control and customization. While macOS has its own strengths, Windows is a solid choice for many users, particularly those into gaming and those who want to take control over their PC, both software and hardware-wise. This, of course, doesn't mean that there aren't some special features that make macOS better than Windows. I already made a video discussing those, which you can find here. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. I already made videos comparing MacBooks and PC laptops in terms of hardware and features. You can check them out in the Watch Later section at the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.